this is Oberstadt. In today's video, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Zodiac. This is a mini Zodiac palette in the Virgo family. My dad actually liked this one the most out of the 3 BH palettes I got in my latest haul. I did do a live stream unboxing of this, and I talked about what I paid versus what they retail for and pros and cons and things like that. I also picked up some new brushes from BH and 2 new liners, as well as some lashes. And I'm currently patch testing the lash glue that came in this kit, but when I went to open it, it decorated everything. I had lash glue all down the front of my shirt. I mean, I went to stick the little thing in the lid and it went everywhere. I had it all over my counter, I had it on my mirror, I had it on me. So yeah, not so cool. But I did put it in an actual BH Cosmetics jar, so I did squeeze out the entire contents into here. Don't know how long this is gonna last, but you know, it is what it is. Again, doing a patch test, I did check the ingredients, so I would know whether or not there was latex in here, and there is no latex in here, so I'm happy to see that. All right, so Dad picked eyeshadow number 8, number 5, and number 3. So we're gonna be doing that with one eye, and then I picked shades for the other eye. So for look 2, which is going to be this eye, we're going to do shade 4, 6, 7, and the center. So just to give you an idea, and I will be using this as a mirror. So I'm going to be using these new BH brushes. So let's see, shade number 8, 5, and 3. I think I want to use this one. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. Alright, dipping into shade number 3. This is the V13. It's one of their vegan brushes. I have not used any of these yet. I do have concealer on my lid and eyebrow gel all the way down here. Hello. So we'll see how this works. I really enjoy these little palettes. I think they're handy. I think they're very travel friendly. Why everybody was hating on the color stories, I can understand it, but again, it's just makeup. And like most BH shadows, this is blending like a dream. I like barely have to dip in. Looked like I was having a something about Mary moment on my eyebrows. And this is the e.l.f. clear brow gel, and it's pretty stiff. It's not quite as like concrete as the ABH brow gel, but it's pretty close. All right, shade 5 is a cranberry and shade 8 is a gold. I'm gonna go on with this angled paintbrush into the cranberry shade, which is shade number 5. We'll see what this does. This is gonna be transparent on my eyelid. Okay, let me, please don't be another Cancer moment. This brush usually works fantastic with like shimmer shadows because it's flat, it's synthetic, it's thin, it's literally a paintbrush. It's like got a purple undertone. It's like cranberry on the top, but it's like purple underneath. Let me use my finger. And I do have a new gold eyeliner from BH that will probably go really well with this look. Just trying to use what's on my finger to smoke out my lower lash line. I do have some fallout, but not a whole lot. I'm also going to take this right up under my lash line, about 3/4 of the way in, and I'm going to use the angle of the brush under my lash line to kind of wing it out just a little bit, and then I'm going to fill that in. And I just got a text message. We are waiting on a service technician from CenturyLink yet again. because we spent 99% of last night without internet and phone service. And they were just out here like the 22nd of November, so I'm going to finish this part and then go check my phone. This is a BH number 6. This is like their fan brush. I'm going to go into this shade here that Dad picked. It's almost like an olivey looking gold. And this is one of these brushes that I use to just kind of like dust shadow on. Or just give myself massive amounts of fallout. All right, finger first. Oh, this is actually really close to that eyeliner I wanted to use. It's like an antique gold. You know, where gold kind of looks dirty and dark and stuff. Unless you're familiar with the gold jewelry, I guess that wouldn't make any sense to you. But it's like you have light gold, pastel gold, bright gold, yellow gold, and then you have antique gold. Antique gold is like a bronzy looking version of gold. And then you have bright gold, which is like a sunshiny canary yellow kind of gold. I'm also bringing this on the inner corner, and I'm going to dust a little over my brow and then smooth it out with my pinky. And I got all kinds of fallout going on. This is my first time using this palette, so. Usually BH shimmers are not this bad. Alright, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to grab the gold liner. This is the shimmer, it's called Shimmer Gold from BH Cosmetics. It's in their Power Pencil line. I picked this up for like a steal. Usually these retail for like $8. You can usually get them on sale for like $6. I got it on sale for cheaper than that. And this is almost the exact same color as what that eyeshadow is. And you know what? I think I'm going to do like the front half of my lid with this and then do black on the outside. These are very, very soft formulas, so you have to be careful with them. I'm going to do Smashbox gel liner in my waterline on the top. And then going with my Milani Eye Tech Extreme out here. I did a little itty bitty baby boop of a wing. And then to finish this look off, I'm gonna grab my Tarte Slash paint. Really do not like how big the wand is on this mascara, but it does amazing things to my lashes, so. All right, I'm gonna come closer, let you guys see this look, and then I'm gonna go see who texted me. And then we'll do the other eye. To look number 2, I'm going to start off with this V5 brush into shade 4, which is this one here. And I just took you out of the box and you already have damn cat hair on you. Wow, I look kind of crazy with only one eye. And this shade seems to be my skin color, so I'm sure I could use this as an under eye setting powder. I mean, there's definitely product going on the brush. We'll just go on to the next shade, which is shade number 6, which is this one down here. And of course, I get a text message now as soon as I start recording again. Dad's like, I'll text you when I know that they're on their way. I'm keeping the majority of this color up and out here, and then I'll drag a little bit forward. But for the most part, I'm dragging this up and causing like a domed shape over here on the outside of my eye. I'll keep this more of a rounded look. And then I think I'm gonna squash the brush. Squash. And there goes my iPad. I have some serious dry skin right in here. And the reason why I'm squashing the brush is because I don't feel like dirtying another brush because I just washed all my damn brushes yesterday. Alright, let me go check and see what that was, and then we'll do I only have 2 other shades, which is number 7, which is this shade here, and then the center shade. So I'll try and use my fingers for those. I'll be right back. Okay, tech is on the way. I have about half an hour. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is go into this center shade first, and oh, that's pretty. Pretty. I'm going to put it in the front. I'll probably use a brush at some point too, but oh, that's very sheer. And then for the outer edge, again, I'm going to use my finger. I just wiped it off my wet washcloth. Let it dry off for a second. And then going into shade 7, which is like this cranberry-ish shade. Oh, it looks kind of more orange. I remember back when I was younger applying eyeshadow, we didn't have like brushes and stuff. We had those ugly little sponge tip applicators, which always disintegrated. And then we had our fingers. So for a lot of people, I understand you guys don't like using your fingers when it comes to makeup, but you have to think, when I was learning how to do makeup like 30 years ago, okay, 25 years ago, we didn't have brushes and tools. We had our phalanges. So I might like use my fingers to do looks and stuff, but that's because when I was learning how to do makeup, yes, they did have brushes, but brushes were so expensive. So you might have had 1 or 2 different brush shapes, and then that was it. I'm gonna take that little fan brush I used for the other eye and go back into that shade number 7 and see if I can get it to blend into that other shade a little bit better. I'm just glad Dad likes the look that he picked the colors for. Sometimes I do looks and he's like, "Who punched you in the eye?" I'm like, "Dad." And I think just to keep it even with the other eye, I'm going to do the gold liner and then the black in my waterline and gold on the front part, and then the Milani Eye Tech Extreme. So I won't talk through this part. bigger wing on this side because of all the dryness and stuff. It grabbed down here. So I went ahead and did a little bit more wing wise than I had anticipated. Got a little bit of fallout on this side. And I noticed the gold shadow on this eye is starting to like get eaten, so I'm gonna touch that up real quick. Sometimes my eyes do eat eyeshadow because they're hooded. Well, at least this side's hooded. This side is deep set, this side is hooded. That's funny. Using those different shades, the eye look is still very similar. So really quick, I'm gonna zoom you guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those shades that I used. This is the shade that I used on this eye, and this is the shade I used on this eye. I used this one on the inner part here, and this one on the inner part here. It's funny, on my eye they look very similar. Yes, they're noticeable. One is noticeably darker than the other, but when you swatch them out on your hand, that's where you can actually see the color difference. So these are the colors I used on one eye. And then these are the colors I used on the other. And then here's this one up close. Both eyes. Now I do raise my eyebrows so you guys can see these looks, but if I relax my eyebrows, you guys can see exactly what my eyes do. I mean, look at how much hooded, how much more lid space is gone on this one. But then when I raise my eyebrows, there's a little bit more, but usually I don't have a whole lot of lid space. All right, so these are the first two looks using the BH Cosmetics Zodiac, the mini Zodiac in the Virgo sign. It is a beautiful palette. My dad picked this one first, so I figured I would use this. I do have at least 2 more eye looks planned. I think I'm gonna sit down and look at what I've already got written down and probably write down a couple of more ideas for looks with this palette. So the next video I do will be 4 looks, 1 palette with this, so I'll have 6 looks in. When I either do a recap or whatever, I'll probably do a recap for it. I don't really like review my palettes. I don't like tell you whether or not you should go buy it. When I look at a palette, I look at how many different looks you can get. Can you do like different variations? Is it going to be similar to another palette? What are the pros or cons? Is there fallout? Is there pigmentation? Is it more of a topper shade? Is it, you know, those kinds of things. I look at how much it costs, what the quality of the shadows are like, things like that. I try not to ever say, oh, well, I think you ought to go buy this because that's not my place. I am a person who has worked in the salon industry, who has done makeup on other people, who has sat, you know, and stood behind a chair and done hair in a salon. So for me, I look at this as pros and cons for how it works on me and whether or not pros and cons, how it's going to work on somebody else. So when I'm reviewing a palette, this is just my first impressions of this. And that might probably be what I title this as my first impressions. 2 looks, 1 palette, first impressions video or something like that. I look at, is this affordable? Yes. Is it easy to travel with? Yes. And on that noise, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. Bye.